Have you ever felt sick to your stomach before a meeting or before getting together with people or when you've said yes to something that you really don't want to? In today's video, I share 5 reasons that you might get that gut sick feeling inside of you, and becoming aware of these reasons, you can then start to adjust and listen to those signals from within. And thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently in the dialog box below, you'll see that there is a freebie you can snag up around your body awareness, your body wisdom. And this is a PDF of tips and tricks and tools, the different things, techniques that you can use to really start listening to, having that dialogue and hearing what your body is signaling to you. As well, you can come over to the Body Wisdom Way. It's community with courses and different techniques that you can start really stepping into, getting that guidance and having a community there that's supportive and helping you really start to listen within. Because as you connect within, you start to find your purpose, your meaning, who you are from the inside, rather than trying to get it from outside of you. So again, do check that out. That's all in the dialog box below. So years ago, I was going to different retreats and different workshops and different things, and I met this one gal at the events, and we became friends, and afterwards we're messaging back and forth, and really I was enjoying the connection, and someone that had gone through similar training and understanding. But then there were times when I felt like the energy that was coming across in the message was demanding. I need this from you. I have to take this to have myself feel better, so to have herself feel better. And I then felt, oh, I need to meet her needs. I have to do this. And so it felt like I have to, and I need to make her feel better, but it made me feel worse. And suddenly there were times when I would read the message and get this gut-wrenching feeling of, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be meeting her needs because it's actually taking from me. Rather than getting this mutual give and take, it was really taking and manipulating to get what she wanted. And so this is the first reason that you get that gut sick kind of feeling, and it's around crossing boundaries. And like this story, you're crossing the boundaries of, I have to meet their needs, and it's forcing me, it's making me, or I feel it is. I have a choice. I don't actually have to do those things, but I also felt at that time that I needed to maintain this friendship. But every time I would get that feeling and churning in my gut of, I don't want to do this. And it did become a certain point of where I backed away because I don't want to continue feeling that pull on me of, I have to meet their needs. I feel that they're taking from me rather than I am actually getting a mutual give and take in this. But this is where, when you're noticing your boundaries being crossed, when you're saying yes to something when you actually don't want to, or like this story of, I was feeling that I had to meet the needs, but I actually really didn't want to. And the second reason for this gut sick kind of feeling is that you're ignoring your truth. So it's when you're acting or possibly saying things that are going against your own values. And so you know inside that these things are what I value, these things are what is important to me, but what your actions are or what you're verbalizing is then contradicting that. And so you get this churning in your gut, your stomach, your body is then saying, this isn't actually what is right for you. And you might be doing it again out of, like, I want to maintain these friendships, or I want to keep the peace and everything's cohesive, but inside you're feeling like this isn't true for me. And then the people outside of you are not seeing you for you. And it's very against what really is right for you. And the third is overwhelm, getting that gut-wrenching feeling when you're pushing past certain boundaries with exhaustion, with work, with whatever it is you're doing. And for myself, when I started out in visual effects, I actually could work super fast. I could get something done in, hours, minutes, whatever it was. Like, I could really crank through things. But what I saw with that is that I could sit down, get through it, like just plow through it. But by the end, I was exhausted. But what I started to notice is that people saw that I could get through this stuff fast. So they were like, hey, can you do this? And can you do this? And I could only do once a week doing that. And then I would be spent the rest of the week. So if I kept up that pace, day after day after day after hour, I was like, no, I can't keep up that pace. I could only do it for so long, and then I was just completely out of it. And that's when I started to notice I would have people come to me saying, hey, can you work on this? Can you do that? And I would get that gut-wrenching feeling of like, no, because it is pushing me beyond my limits, pushing my body beyond that point that I can actually sustain this. And it became then actually like physically painful of like, I don't even want to look at this stuff. I was so overwhelmed, getting burned out from it, that it was like, no, I can't do this. So it's starting to recognize that moment, that gut feeling of like, oh, this is saying, no, I don't actually want to be doing this, and pushing myself, my thoughts, my mind, my body beyond these points. So again, it comes back to boundaries as well. And the fourth reason for this gut sick feeling is fear of judgment, where you're really bracing for conflict or rejection, where you're like, I don't want to face or be rejected in this situation. And your body is really saying that there's this fear coming up that I don't want to have this happen. I don't want to go into this situation. And the fifth reason for that gut sick feeling is a signal from your intuition, like a little message warning of this is not aligned for you. This is not right for you. So you can get that gut wrenching kind of feeling around different decisions or situations that you're in, and you just feel like, no, this doesn't feel good, versus being more open and expansive, where you know that that lights you up, that that really is what is true and right for you. So the next time that you feel this gut-wrenching feeling in your gut, take a moment, pause, and ask, what's going on? Like, what is this telling me? What information do I need to know here? Because all the time, or often, what I know I did was I would push through and just ignore it. And there were times though, like when I talked about being in the visual effects, when I would get that gut feeling, it would make me so overwhelming sick that I could not do the work. So thankfully, I could pass it off to others at the time. But it's one of those things to notice and become aware of and see, like, am I pushing myself beyond my boundaries? Am I doing things that are against my truth and what is right for me? And start listening to those signals from within, because they really are guiding you to what is right for you. And thank you again for joining me today. If you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. And I would be curious if there are things around body wisdom and intuition that you would like to learn, do put in the comments below. I would love to create some more content and share with you guys. And thank you again. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.